Or both mics are the same. Both mics are on the same level. Alright. So here we are. Back to being again.
It's good, Boot.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, getting ready for Pigeons this weekend. It's going to be a good time.
Hell yeah. Very excited.
Oh, yeah. Always a good time
The
with Pigeons.
Who Fighters is the theme.
Who Fighters.
And I'm like a huge Who fan, so stoked.
I feel like I don't know that many Foo Fighters songs.
I know a decent amount. I wouldn't say I know like their whole discography or like I haven't like gone through them like that, but I've been definitely on my list meaning to, you know.
I just realized I can put my foot up, and that made me really happy.
The comfort level just increased.
Anytime I left that's my right leg, that's not my left. Anytime my right leg can be elevated, I'm just like, I'm pleased. I don't know why. I do it in the van a lot at work. I'm just like up like that because it's not a lot of room in that van. But yeah, so we got Pigeons.
Pigeons is gonna rock.
Are you staying over?
I wasn't planning.
I have
on
like a
it.
decent sized hotel room. It's gonna be me, Joey, and Priscilla.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
So-
I mean, I wasn't really planning on it, but I mean, maybe I'll come back to the hotel and chill, party. You know,
They're
like we do.
probably gonna do the parking lot party again.
Okay,
Which
hell
is
yeah.
always a good time at La Quinta.
Yeah. Akita gets
Trashy little hotel that we all love.
It's gonna be a good time.
I love how garbage that hotel is. Like the carpet in the hallways is all lumpy and it's like not like stapled down or anything. It's just like loose.
I mean, I guess you're getting what you're paying for there. You know what I mean?
I wonder if the elevator's gonna be taking forever like it was last time.
I can't even remember that, to be honest.
I remember when Twiddle played Westville, the elevator was moving so slowly. Like it took forever. And like I was just like staying there like really fucked up with like a bucket of ice, just like trying to wait for the elevator.
like blistering to get to it, and
Like
it's just
people
like
who
going
weren't there
slow
for the
as
show
hell.
just giving me weird looks. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Well, all right. What are they opening with?
I think they're gonna
Who
open.
Fighter Pigeons. So like what?
I think they're gonna open with a Pigeon song.
Yeah. I mean, there goes the phone.
Everybody just got to hear me snort aggressively to clear my sinuses.
Yeah. I mean, they'll open with the Pigeons.
I think they're gonna open with Something For You or Too Long, because those are really solid show openers.
All right.
I'm really hoping for a Porcupine this weekend too.
That would be really cool.
I like that song a lot.
Fox and the Toad is one of my favorites.
That's a fun one, because it's very similar to Under the Sea.
Yeah,
Which I like a lot.
Okay, yeah. And you know, they always throw those Disney ad libs in there sometimes.
I would honestly really like a whole new world from Aladdin,
That would be really cool.
but I don't know.
But I feel like that's like a far deviation for like them already doing a set of like, you know, the Who Fighters and Pigeons. So that's kind of they may like.
I just mean in
break
general, like
something,
even
yeah.
if it's not this weekend, but like
when
because
they
me
play
and
it.
Priscilla watched Aladdin not like a few weeks ago, and I was just like, Pigeons could kill this. Like,
Oh man.
I'm hoping next year if they do like, because they did the Stop Making Cake tour.
That was
which was
so cool.
Did you hit 2 nights of that?
No, I was just.
You were right below
one.
us. Like you were like 3 rows below us.
That was
at
the
fucking
coolest
College
show.
Street.
I remember re-listening to that show for months. Like
Yeah.
that was a really good show to me. Oh man.
We went to PlayStation Theater and then missed the last train, so just hung out in Times Square with everybody partying on the streets until like 3:30 in the
I was in
morning.
Connecticut. So that was the first night was PlayStation Theater.
First night was Boston,
Okay.
then PlayStation Theater, then College Street Music Hall.
Okay. I was at College Street. That was
a really good show.
That was such a good show, man.
So Goose opened for them that night.
I remember I like missed Goose. I came in
we
during
missed
like
Goose, too.
Yeah, I came in during like the last song. I think I walked in, there was like 30 seconds left. I was like trying to get in to see them, and like I heard them like hit the last chord. I actually remember this. I was like, I missed it. I'll catch them.
It's just wild. How,
That was like, whew.
that was like the first I'd heard of Goose. That was the first time I was ever supposed to see them. And then now they're fucking headlining big shows. Like they fucking played Radio City 2 nights in a row.
Nuts. They have Goose Tab coming up.
I know, dude.
Soon. What, like November 12th?
Rick just played with fucking Phil this past weekend.
I saw that. That
I
was
thinking
wild.
about trying to go Sunday, but I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I can't swing it. Couldn't swing it. Been trying to not go to some shows. You can't go to them all.
Yeah, And like I did Mahali on Thursday, which was fun. But the
I had
warehouse.
a rough week last week, so I messed up my car.
What happened?
I just wasn't really paying attention. I was driving. It was a windy road, and I fucking hit a big rock, and I really messed up my car.
Just like head on, like straight into it, or like the corner.
Straight into it, the corner, but it really like messed up the whole front right of the car.
God.
Yeah. It happens.
Fixable?
It's fixable, but the car ain't worth it. So like, I'm just gonna get a beater.
Yeah.
You know,
Rainer style.
Just get
some
something.
Absolute piece of garbage.
Something that works. Whatever works. Gets me from point A to point B. But it also has to like have the stuff for the music equipment because you know.
Yeah, you got space.
I have a gig on Friday, and I'm like, shoot, am I gonna fit it all in? My dad lent me his car. It's a sedan, but it'll fit. I'll be able to fit what I need. So. But you know, I was like, I kind of need something a little bit more roomier. But yeah, so that was like kind of a trauma, and I didn't end up making it to Wednesday, Thursday, but Friday after the rave because we worked a rave on Friday, which was really
how
cool.
was
It was
that?
a good time. You know, it's always a good time over there in Brooklyn. You guys check it out, Radio Face NYC. Check out his events. He's awesome. He throws parties until the morning. Literally,
those are the best kind of parties.
8 a.m. is when the music stops and people just be chilling. It's awesome. It's really cool. But yeah, after that, I shipped it up to Saratoga to see Mahali, and man, the openers killed it.
We missed part of the opener. Like we saw like the very end, but it sounded good.
Luke Matrani, and then I think Mike Powell, I believe it was. They like Luke Matrani, absolutely, him and his band, and they really had something going on. But then Mike Powell came up, and like he had a crazy sound to himself, and it was good. It was really cool. They blew me out of the water before Mahali did because he always does.
Yeah, the live band is really fun.
Yeah, the live band is a lot of fun. Although I like, you know, I might get hate for being a critic or whatever, but like I love when he plays his acoustic guitar. So I love those solo shows. When
the looping is so much fun.
Yeah,
too.
that's where it gets me as far as somebody who's a looper personally. So
yeah,
that's, you know, when I see Mahali, that's like really what I want to see personally. But like I love the band. The band absolutely kills it. Like
because that's how Adrian got involved with Twiddle to begin with, right?
Yeah. It was I can't remember what run of shows. I think it was. I don't know.
I remember during the winter when he played Garcia's, when the guy from Less Special opened for him and broke his guitar right before going on stage with him. He did a little bit of looping and then some with the live band. I remember he had Scott on keys and Adrian on the drums. That was the first time I ever heard of Adrian. And then Brooklyn Bowl, I think, was when everybody kind of realized, like, oh shit, this guy's fucking incredible.
He fit in really well with Twiddle. And it's funny, I was actually just listening to some old shows with Brooke, and like it's crazy. Like it's not that he's better or anything, it's just there's a different vibe with Adrian than is with Brooke, and I love Brooke. I love Brooke and I miss him.
Yeah.
And he was doing backup vocals on this, you know, the track I was listening to, and it was pretty dope. So, you know, I love all that stuff.
I'm definitely gonna miss hearing like "Happy Friday." It's totally. Like it wouldn't be right if someone else was doing that.
It's true.
And like I wouldn't ever want to hear Mahali sing a Brooke song.
It's bad though because I really want to hear the Brooke songs, especially the new one. I can't remember the name
Inside.
of it. Inside.
I listened to the album today at work again.
It is so good.
Did I just hear Meebs?
You know, Meebs she really wants to come out, but if I brought her out here, she'd sit for a little bit and then she'd beg to go back in. I kind of want to go get her though.
Fuck it, bring her out. See if she just hangs out.
All right, let's see.
So we're gonna attempt to bring Ian's cat out here. Hopefully, she doesn't just run away. We'll see what happens. She's pretty chill, so. That's Meebs. She's just squealing. You got anything to say, Meebs?
She's chilling. Let's see how long it lasts. It's not going to last long. She wants to wander. This is my cat.
She's a
cutie.
Yeah, she's very chill. She's so soft. It's like one of the softest things I've ever touched in my life. Isn't that right, Meebs? So your looping stuff, when did you get into that? Like the live streams and everything?
So the live streams, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago, because COVID, like I was doing it for fun before that, I think a little bit. And then COVID was a big, like, we were home all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot less going on.
Started to refine it a little bit and, get way more equipment, which made it a little bit easier for us to loop. Well, for me to get my sound in order, especially for, like, playing and doing stuff. Like on Friday I have a gig, so it's awesome.
I think me and the missus are coming down.
Hell yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah
at the 18th Ward, and I've played there. I think I'm going to be playing there like once every couple weeks, which is cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah
I saw some like restaurant or bar has a karaoke like down the street that way, or like however which way it was, because I get all turned around now that once I get in here. But they had a karaoke night tomorrow night.
Yeah, I know.
You should just go show up and like sing a song or two and promote your show.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, I just I need to rehearse a little bit. I haven't rehearsed only because like my throat's been killing me a little bit. So I have a tea over here that I haven't taken a sip of because that's how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely been meaning to play around here a little bit more. I know that like Tavern on 52 has a lot of like karaoke and like like open mic stuff, and like I know that Puebla Vieja hosts like another, like it's like a Mexican place that has some really cool I know that some guy plays there like every Thursday, I think, and he's got a really cool act, so I got to check it out myself and see if I can squeeze myself in there,
We got to get one time to have you open for them.
Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be a dream.
That'd be awesome.
All right, I don't know.
She's very intrigued by everything out here.
Well, she doesn't come out here often, and when she does, I normally let her roam around a little bit, but
it's dark.
Right? Yeah, I definitely don't want to let her do that. She sees the bugs, and she's like, "Are those birds? What is this?"
She's like, "Can I kill that?"
Yeah, she wants to eat it.
So when did you start playing guitar?
I started when I was like 8 years old. I got my first guitar when I was 8. She's going back inside. Calm down, baby.
Quick little break to put the kitty back inside because she's getting squirmy.
She tries to run right back out.
She's just sitting there watching us.
She's gonna sit there and start crying again.
That's what she always does when we're out here. I was out here smoking a cigarette one night, and she was like leaned up in the window, like confused on how she could see me but not touch me. She just was like, "Why are you there?" And I'm in here.
She wants to be involved. I mean, she is very social. She's still chilling.
She always greets me at the door when I get here, which I love.
The best part of getting home is like unlocking the door and she's like right there batting her little paw at you. But yeah, you were talking about like guitar and looping. Like I got into the looping. I had like a little red looper for a long time because that's like how I practiced and learned how to solo. Because I didn't like if I didn't have the band, like because I did have a band in high school. But like if I was by myself, I had this like looper that I just like messed around with. But why I started getting into looping was actually Mike Love. And he plays Permanent Holiday, his song, and if you check it out on YouTube, it's like High Sessions, HIS, sessions, and it's a wild video. It's freaking nuts, and it's really one of the reasons that I got into it, because he does this thing with syllables where he loops his syllables, and then you really kind of don't know where he's going with it until he puts the last one in like a puzzle piece, and it's beautiful, and it made me like look at looping totally differently, and then I started getting into like Mahali and Keller Williams and like all these other people that like really do like lots of live looping, and like other people online like Tosh Sultana. I've never caught her live, but I've seen a lot of other live loopers, and I find a lot of inspiration in that. A lot of people that use hand loopers that I really want to incorporate too, but as much equipment as we have, it costs money. So
yeah. I just bought my first guitar yesterday for $20 off a stranger. I met him in a Walgreens parking lot. It was supposed to be 25, but the ATM only gave me 20s. And so I messaged him. I was like, "Yo, do you have change? ATM only give me 20s. I don't want to be late." And he was like, "20's fine." And I was just like, "All right."
Bet. You're like, "All right, forget it." Did you bring it?
It's in my car. Yeah.
All right, hell yeah, we gotta check it out after.
Yeah, it's like perfectly boot sized too. It's not very big, so it's like
cool.
It's nice. So I tried starting to learn yesterday, and my fingernails were too long, so I couldn't grip the frets and stuff right. So like I looked at Pat off. I was like, yeah, nail clipper. Literally just cut these 2 nails.
Really?
I was just like, those are the only ones I'm learning with so far yet.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what it is I learned. Like the thing, it was like I watched a video on YouTube.
Okay. You think you could recreate it today?
Yeah, it wasn't like anything like a song or anything. It was just like teaching me what things are.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I could probably remember what I was doing yesterday.
Hell yeah.
But so well I practiced a bunch on that. I'm gonna try to do like 5 to 10 minutes a day.
It's dude.
Which is what everything I've looked at so far is like just 5 to 10 minutes a day. It's all you need. And I'm like, all right, shit, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, it's and then all of a sudden when you're like really good and you really enjoy it, you do it like 3 or 4 hours a day. You get stuck in a circle. You don't know what time it is. If the headphones on.
Because I would like eventually to be able to play one of the songs I write.
Oh, absolutely. And that would be well. I mean, I want you to write the music, you know? So not even just play it, but like actually compose the music, because you write the lyrics and like somewhat give me a melody sometimes, but like for the most part, I'll write like the melody and the music part-ish or whatever. And I'll just like kind of take the lyrics that you give me, but like you get into the music and you're composing everything. And that's that's what it is, bro. Like,
because like there are like 1 or 2 songs that I've written or like started writing that like I know are definitely like a Tyler Childers vibe, because like especially if it's like a sad whiskey song, because if I'm sad and drinking whiskey, I'm putting on Tyler Childers and Trampled by Turtles and just like, well, something might pop up, something might not. I'll either cry or I'll write a song. We'll see which way it goes.
Or both.
Sometimes it's been both.
Yeah.
But so there's one thing I'm working on right now that I think if I smoke enough cigarettes before I sing it, I'll be raspy enough to make it sound good.
Okay, all right.
Gotta smoke a whole pack of spirits, Tyler Childers style, drink some fucking whiskey, and see what happens. Do you have any
cigarettes on you? Because I really wanted to play music after this. So
I have cigarettes in my car somewhere.
How are we getting bit? It's supposed to be cold. It's like not that cold out. and the bugs are still here.
Yeah, like it's fucking late October. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man.
I haven't really been smoking cigarettes lately. I've had the same pack for like 2 weeks, but my girlfriend gives me her scrap vapes, which end up lasting me for a bit. And then she makes fun of me for being a fucking wook because I just survive off scraps.
Well, you know, get what you got.
Yeah, exactly. But so I do have some talking points for us that are just like,
hell yeah, that's right.
We are called the Wild Wooks Podcast, so we should talk about some wild, interesting, weird things.
Organization to the wildness is through these talking points.
Yeah, so I found this list a while ago. We're going to start with the largest padlock in the world weighs 916 pounds. What the fuck are they locking up with that?
Well, first of all, what are they locking? Right? Is it a key? Because, like, how big is the key that turns that lock?
Is there just, like, a little tiny knob in the middle that you put a combination in, but it's, like, normal size and it's a giant lock?
Massive lock. Like, you get to the last note and you just hear, like, ticking for, like, 10 minutes. Like, you know, it's like...
Like, is it just made of something that's ridiculously heavy and, like, not the biggest thing in the world, but, like...
What are you locking up?
Yeah.
Like what is
Whoever made that, we know you're watching. Tell us what you're hiding.
Tell me more.
We need to find out. So any viewers out there, if you're the person who made this or you know more about it, please fucking contact me because I have so many questions. But then also, I have a bunch of like things. Like I just like found this thing on Facebook one day and clicked on it, and it was like all these weird facts. So you're more likely to get a computer virus from visiting a religious website than a porn website, which I think is fucking hilarious.
I believe it. I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff out there in both variables, but I feel like there's a lot of safer places to go, and not safer, but like a lot of safe places to go in the porn than you know, possibly sketchy, weird religious.
I mean, I'll trust a porn star before I trust a priest.
Some people believe that.
went into
did
sleep
we
mode.
lose it?
No, I
No,
don't think
cool.
so. No, we
That's
did not
good.
lose it. The fucking laptop that we're doing all of this on went into sleep mode because sometimes it does that because we're just very still.
Yeah, we should. I mean, there's a way to turn that off. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah, I only use this laptop for this stuff. So I spent $2,000 on something that's just for the podcast that's not making me any money and getting maybe 40 views an episode.
Well, 40 last episode. It's gonna be more this episode. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely more.
I do pay like $5 per episode to promote the little still frame I put up on Instagram.
Yeah, hell yeah.
People who are
sponsorships.
watching, subscribe. Find us on Twitter and Instagram. It's just Wild Wooks Podcast. So, give us some follows.
Throw
Interact
some comments.
with us a little
Hell
bit.
yeah. If you actually know anything about that padlock thing, seriously.
Yeah, seriously. The padlock's
Comment.
just been fucking with me for like a year now because I've had this list on my phone for that long.
These talking points are aged like some fine wine.
Our former producer was supposed to, do more research on these, but I hear from him maybe once a month. At one point, he just didn't answer me for 4 months and then just showed up at the bar. I had my head turned. I was talking to like the guys who are like regulars there that I know, and I'm sitting there talking to one of them, and then I hear this voice behind me, and I was like, what the fuck? And I turn around, and I was like, where the fuck have you been? Like, I haven't heard from you in 4 months. I texted you earlier. You didn't respond. Now you just show up at the bar.
I mean, showing face, I guess.
Yeah, I mean... I was happy to see him because he's been like my best friend since I was 3 years old. Like we went to preschool together and have been hanging out nonstop since. So, which is crazy to think I've been hanging out with someone for now 22 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I haven't even been alive that long.
That's wild. Yeah.
But also a cloud can weigh more than 1 million pounds, which I'd never thought about at all until I read that. But I guess it makes sense because it's water and like dirt and dust and stuff. So like a big cloud would make sense that it's
like
heavy.
if it's like a hurricane or something and it's like a giant massive storm system,
Yeah,
if you were to weigh that, like what would that weigh? Like
First of all, how did they weigh that?
I mean, I bet like they figured out the average density of all the different clouds and then like we're like, all right, what about these crazy storms? And they're like, well, all of these clouds here, like I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
I feel like density definitely had to take a part in that.
Well, it does because that
And,
makes
like,
how
surface
fat
area.
they are. Like if they're like real thick, real
Forgetting my
thick
phone's
boys.
my phone's on low power mode, so I keep having to. Let me just change that real quick so it doesn't keep.
I mean, like it was like I don't know how it was for you driving over here, but it was like misty.
It wasn't
Like,
too foggy
Yeah.
now, but this morning when I was on my way to work, like it's like creepy, like because like
It was
I
a
also
little
have to
creepy.
like I go over this little land bridge to get into Somers at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And like since there's a lake on either side, like sometimes it looks really fucking cool. Like all the trees are different colors, so the fog is like below the trees and above the trees, but not blocking the trees.
That's cool.
So like there's this cool like smokiness to the lake, and then like these beautiful trees.
When I roll over 684 and like it's lately not because it's been so rainy, but like last week and the week before it was like really really foggy in the morning, but above the fog you could see like the bright sunshine. The trees were changing like on the hills, but like where I was just like a low point, and like you could see like the fog literally dips and like you can't see anything in front of you for like 15 seconds, and then you come out, it's just like this beautiful bright sun shining day. I was like, oh, love it. I freaking love it.
Yeah, I love this time of year.
It honestly, I never used to be honest. I never used to, and now I'm just like way into it, like the fall has kind of been the last 2 years I've been getting into it.
Yeah. It's
I
my
always love
favorite time to go hiking.
Pumpkins and stuff. It's a good time to go hiking. Although the leaves are slippery, so be careful.
Yeah, I usually that's the thing is like Priscilla was wearing Converse. I was wearing my hiking boots that I've been wearing for a while now that are really good. And like I've got like this nice ankle support. She's wearing like low cut Converse. I'm just like, we gotta get you some fucking boots. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm fine.
I don't really have a
Nothing
good pair
bad
of boots
happened,
right
but
now.
still.
Some sneakers. I need some boots. Need to get some boots. Need to get some boot.
Oh yeah. Everybody needs some boot in their life. That's why you should all be fucking sharing this with your friends.
For sure. What's another talking point? We got the cloud, but what's after the cloud?
The Queen owns all the swans in England, but not anymore.
Not anymore. But like, if you think about it, she owns a lot. Oh, look, now she's in the window over here.
Yeah, she's trying to make sure she's got the right view.
She really wants to see everything. Like she does. The Queen owns everything, right?
Well, I guess
like
it's the king now.
Oh yeah, I guess it's the king.
But
is it? Yeah, I don't really follow.
Yeah, I just
I'm bad.
Yeah, I was like I remember like my grandma was like up when I was up for work because she was watching the funeral on TV. Because my grandma's from Scotland. Okay. So like she came here from Scotland when she was young. So like she's still very involved and like paying attention to everything going on over there.
Yeah.
She talks about like the royal family as if they're our family sometimes. I was like, we're not related to these people, right?
Yeah, but some people really feel that they are. It's
that's
it's a
true.
deep connection. It's interesting.
But I wonder like how many different like random things that like you wouldn't think about that the royal family actually would technically own.
Everything. I mean, like they can just like walk into anything and be like, right? Like I guess like the royalty, right? You just like assert you the king, right? You walk in
like,
and you're the king.
Because the thing is like the prime minister is really the one running the government.
Yeah.
Did you see like I think it was like the new prime minister resigned after 44 days because she completely destroyed the economy in like 3 weeks.
No, I did not.
Because she had some sort of plan. Like I just saw like a very I might be speaking out of my ass right now because I don't really pay attention to the news, but I saw like one little thing that said she was resigning because she like after 44 days because she like fucked up the economy real bad with some like plan she had. It didn't work at all, and I was like, that's gotta be really embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got this idea. Everyone's like, all right. Like a few days later, they're like, you fucking ruined our country.
For real. Jeez.
They'll be fine though.
Interesting
it's fucking England. They're always okay.
Yeah, they'll survive.
Yeah.
The test of time.
They got all those swans that people own.
The value in swans.
Also, someone tried to sell New Zealand on eBay, which I really want to. I got to look more into that.
I feel like I've heard about this. I don't know.
Like I might have heard about that before this too, but like,
how does that work? And like, let's just talk about not just the logistics, but like, if that guy got paid, like, good for him. Like, that's like one of the biggest cons ever. Like, he sold something that just isn't his to sell, right? And
I don't think it's sellable. Can you sell a country?
I don't think so. No.
How do you establish something as a country?
But who bid on that? Like, who was like, yo, I want like
some crazy Lord of the Rings fan was like, I need to buy New Zealand.
I want it so bad. I just want to shoot videos there. Actually, that's not a bad call. How much was it going for? Like, was it open for bid? Oh God, some leaves just fucking
attacked me.
Was it like an open bid thing or like?
I'm gonna look more into this.
It was $2 million. Oh shit!
If anyone knows more about this, just like post a link in like the comments of this video or something, and just like let us know because we obviously didn't do that much research.
No, we did not, but it's okay.
Another thing I found really interesting was that sumo wrestlers make babies cry for good luck. Which is like kind of fucked up, but also really funny.
It's interesting. I wonder what the lore is behind that because there's something there. There's totally something like that has to do like with culture that has to do with like, them making babies cry.
Maybe it goes back to like samurai culture.
It could. I mean,
I did a project on samurai culture when I was in like 9th grade.
Really?
Yeah, and I learned a lot, but I don't remember everything. I just remember that there's like a code. That's like their laws, the Bushido Code, I think, the Bushido Code of Conduct. And it was pretty reasonable, actually. It wasn't anything that crazy. It was just like, don't be a piece of shit, pretty much. Like, which I feel like is what most things are based off of. Just like, hey, don't be shitty.
Don't suck. Or suck less if you really suck.
Yeah. That's like my whole thing when I'm like my whole thing is just like, I'm a good person, but just don't be shitty. Because if you're shitty, I'm going to be way worse.
Don't want Boots' bad side coming out.
Oh, yeah. Just wait till you see me in traffic.
I've been better in traffic, especially since the whole car thing. But like even before that, I've just been a little bit more docile. But
you should see me when I pull up on a cyclist on a windy road.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. It's like the worst things you can imagine to say or everything that comes out of my mouth. I'm like, this is stuff that like...
Just the worst, huh?
This is stuff that should get me hit.
They're gonna fucking somebody will take out your windshield, your side view mirror.
I'll fucking. If a cyclist hits my side view mirror, I'm just going. I'm not doing that to anyone anymore. You're gonna be doing much of anything anymore.
Shit.
But well, I mean, you know, like Titicus Road in North Salem.
Yeah.
That road. Why the fuck would you ride a bike on that on a Saturday afternoon? Get the fuck out of here.
It's nice though. I mean, like I ride my motorcycle.
It's a nice view, but like a motorcycle that makes sense. You're supposed to be there. You're on a bicycle. Like go to there are bike trails.
Share the road, right?
There are bike trails all over New York, and especially Westchester. Like
they have the street bikes though. They really want to ride in the road and like do the terrain. I get it though. But like. You're right. I don't mind one or two. Not but really. When like I really do mind two because anything more than one, I honestly get a little. It's hard
to get around.
Yeah.
And then like you got those groups of guys.
There's like 30 of them.
This isn't the Tour de France. This is the tour of go fuck yourself. Get off my fucking roads. Get out of my way. Go be an asshole somewhere else. You 40-year-old dickhead.
But to them, they're like, it's my road.
Yeah, and they think that they're like in charge.
Yeah.
Remember me and Austin one time?
Stopping for the horses more than I'd ever stop for the...
I'd rather stop for a horse.
Yeah.
Because that's a beautiful big creature.
I know, it's awesome.
They terrify me because they're so big, but like, they're majestic. Some asshole with gray hair on a bicycle, not majestic, just
holding
annoying.
His hand out, turning left.
Me and Austin one time in senior year, we drove around and just squirted people on bicycles with water guns.
Oh, man.
And this one guy, like, Austin got him so perfectly, like, a big squirt right to the chest, like, soaked the guy, and he got so mad, like, turned around. We're like, you're not going to catch us?
Well, first, you're not going to catch. Second, like, you're riding a bike, like, it's probably hot out. It
was springtime.
Honestly,
it was like
good.
early June, I think.
Let's be honest here. That guy probably didn't mind it after a second.
Like, he was so mad at first. It was so funny.
The initial blow of just getting hit with water when you're not expecting it. You're just initially angry. You're irate. Like I feel like it's just a natural thing. Just like, well, what is this?
When I was delivering pizzas, like, and like when it's nice enough to have the windows open, I just want the windows open. I don't want anything else. I don't want AC. I like the windows, like the actual breeze, like it's so much nicer. But I'd have to be careful on certain streets because there would be people that had sprinkler systems in their yards. And I knew which streets it was because it's happened to me multiple times where I'd be driving and then just take a fucking sprinkler to the face.
It's just like shit.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, especially when you're driving, you got 6 pizzas in your car, all going to different houses, and you're very stressed out. You get hit in the eye with a blast of groundwater.
You're just frustrated.
You're just like, God fucking damn it, just kill me now.
Shit. Well, I guess a lesson you did learn at some point. Huh?
Yeah.
Figure out which houses to dodge.
It took 3 times in the same neighborhood for me to remember.
Just be like,
just drive these guys are freaking in this road. Like,
or just shut your windows. Nope, no, absolutely.
I'm too stubborn for that. Like, I get that. Windows are staying open. I'm driving
Tunes
like a dick.
Are on. Yeah, I gotcha.
Blasting some reggae about smoking weed while I pull up to a child's birthday party in the front yard
5 pizzas,
with a whole bunch of pizzas. Nothing was as bad as the night before work. Like the night before, I hotboxed my car by myself, and then the next day, it was before I got the Jetta, so I had the Altima with the fabric seats. I didn't have the leather seats yet. So when I hotboxed my car, the smell would stay for like the entire next day. And like after that, it would go away, but like it would stay for a little bit. And I didn't like see that it was going to be the police station. I had this huge order of pizzas for the police station.
Bringing pizzas to the cops.
And at least luckily, like I knew most of the cops. So like they knew I wasn't going to be driving around at work stoned. And like also like this was before it got legalized too. So like, and like the White Plains cops are mostly young guys. So they know like weed's harmless. So like I pull up and I realize I'm in the back lot of the police station with like 40 cops looking at me. And my boss's nephew was a cop in White Plains at the time. He switched towns. But I said what's good to him, like, as I walked in. He's like, all right, guys, go help my uncle's driver get all the pizzas out of the car. And they just walk over, open the doors, just start taking pies out.
All they can smell is pizza.
And I was just like, it just reeks of sauce and weed in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my bowl wasn't hidden at all because I just never hide it. I'm just like, if you're going to pull me over, you're just going to see the bowl.
It's going to be there. That's funny. I got like a surprise at work the other day. I had to drop off some shades, and I get the address and I pull up, and of course, like my tunnel vision is just like all I see is guitar because it's a guitar shop. It's like a guitar, like this guy like works on guitars. But above it is like a window like person. That's where I was dropping the shades off. And but like I was just excited. I was like, am I dropping these shades off to this luthier? Like, oh my gosh, like am I gonna make a connection because my guitars are messed up? But I have somebody for that.
I actually just haven't done it. I actually have something I wanted to show you. I sent it to Austin. It was this pretty cool guitar from like 67 or 69 or something.
One I wasn't able to really look at. I've been meaning to.
It's a 69 Princeton hollow body vintage guitar with paperwork. It's like $335 they want for it. Oh, and it looks pretty nice. And for $335 doesn't seem like that much for a vintage guitar.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and he says he's got all the paperwork for it, so
it's all banged up too.
Is it?
Well, yeah, but like in good ways. Like headstock's a little bit stuff. Well, that's how it is. Like you're paying for that. That's what you're paying for.
But I can send it to you if you want to.
Yeah,
look
definitely
into it
send
at
me
all.
the link. Totally. I need to like get rid of some stuff before I buy stuff because like I have too much stuff. But the name of the game is stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
If you need some stuff, hit up RDI Productions because we have a lot of stuff.
Dude, look at this. It's just, I just get all these notifications to my girlfriend just posting all these memes, and they're always really funny. Like, it's always, like, it's one of my favorite parts of the day is opening up my phone and seeing she's had a few minutes of free time and just reposted all these memes on Facebook, and I just scroll through, and I'm just like, there we go. I needed that.
That little decompression at the end of the day.
But she's coming to Pigeons on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Which I think it'll be her first Pigeons show.
Yeah.
She says she's been listening to them a little bit. She likes them. Cool. So I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be a really cool show. It's going to be a really good weekend.
What time do you think you're going to get to New Haven? Because I want to go to Modern before.
I have no idea.
Because I was thinking I might just get like one pie to eat there and then like 3 to bring back to the hotel room.
You're thinking ahead. I keep forgetting that you have a hotel room. It's just not too far for me that like, I don't know.
It's just like, because, I haven't even addressed this yet, but I've been doing Sober October besides weed because I have so much trouble sleeping with, like, even with weed, that without it, it's just gonna be so much worse. But, so I've been eating healthy, exercising, and I haven't had a drop of alcohol since September 24th.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when we go write some music, we should pour some bourbon because we were talking about it before.
I'm saving myself for Pigeons. I'm ending it on Pigeons.
Oh, I got you.
So
dope.
I hopefully won't get too drunk.
You're gonna get drunk.
I'm gonna pace myself during the show.
You better pace yourself. You're gonna get drunk.
Yeah.
He's gonna get carry your boot home.
Yeah, it's gonna be like I'm gonna make myself a big. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get like a big iced coffee that tastes really good, like some sort of hazelnut bullshit, or hazelnut goes good with scotch. Hazelnut coffee or French vanilla coffee goes really nice with scotch. So I'm gonna get a bottle of scotch, and I'm gonna make myself like a giant scotch and coffee for after the show, to wake me up and to get me drunker.
Keep you going.
Yeah.
It's like fuel for the tank.
Yeah. So
Cheers
it should
to
be.
That, man.
So you know how I don't really drink coffee besides if there's scotch in it, and it's only very rarely that I do that. So yeah, I stopped drinking coffee a few years ago, because there was a day where I might have had a heart attack. It felt like I had all of the symptoms, but I don't really know what happened, because I used to take a lot of Adderall, and then I stopped doing that, and then to make up for it, to ease myself out, I was drinking a lot of coffee and Red Bull.
That doesn't sound great.
And I shotgunned a Red Bull in the kitchen at work one day and took a huge rip from my Juul like 2 minutes later, and then got
thought you were dying.
And got shooting pains from here into my arm. Could barely stay standing, was pouring sweat, and it was cold. Was having trouble like forming sentences
out,
and was super nauseous and dizzy, and I was like, these are all the signs of a heart attack. I'm standing at people's doors with pizzas in my arms, just like drooling on myself.
Oh my god, they probably think you're on something way worse.
Yeah, they probably thought I was like strung out on dope or something.
Yeah,
like
real.
But then I threw up violently and it went away. But
that
my
chest, that checks out.
But my chest still kind of hurt for like the next few days. So like I started taking aspirin.
Well, that's actually probably wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah, but so I stopped drinking coffee after that, and then every once in a while, I'll like if I'm drinking scotch, just hanging out, and I start to get tired and it's not time for bed, I'll make a scotch and coffee. And then the night of Hampton Beach twiddle, I didn't go to sleep that night, and then had to drive 3 hours from New Hampshire to New Haven. So I drank an iced coffee that morning, didn't even finish it, drank like half of it. And then drank one more horrible cup of hotel room coffee right before the show, right before I walked over. And that was able to get me to the show. It made me feel really sick to my stomach. My stomach was not happy with it. And since then, I haven't drank coffee. That was April 2nd. On Friday, we had this Dunkin' Donuts gift card in our van. So me and Tom decided we were going to wait till Friday. It'll be a nice Friday treat. We'll stop at Dunkin' on the way to the job site. I meant to order a large iced tea, no milk, no sugar. I ordered a coffee by accident, just out of like reflex from being at Dunkin' for like so many times in my life. I would always order coffee. So I now, not having drank coffee in 8 months, have now a giant iced coffee. I slowly drank it from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and just felt so incredible the entire time.
Just like
And I realized, it's like, wait, if I don't chug this like it's a beer, I don't feel like I'm on
don't feel
meth.
like garbage. Yeah.
I don't crash horribly. So, yeah,
It's
but
an 8-month lesson that I feel like was worth learning.
but so I might slowly start drinking coffee every once in a while again. But I've been sticking to tea for a while, and I like tea a lot.
I like tea a lot. I've been drinking tea, and it's getting cold again.
I feel like tea.
It's good.
It's funny because like during the summer, like I just drink. Like most of the time, I just drink iced caffeine beverages. Like when I was drinking coffee a lot at the restaurant, I got free espresso when I was working there. So I would take a 12-ounce cup, fill it halfway with ice, and then fill it to the brim with espresso. And I would slam those. And, like, it was bad. Like, there would be days where I'd be, like
yeah,
vibrating.
And then you wonder why you...
wonder why I had fucking heart palpitations.
Yeah, wonder why you
time.
can't drink it, yeah.
But, I always drank it iced so I could drink it fast. But, like,
That's
now
like
I'm thinking,
worse,
like...
though. Like, brain freeze? Hell no. You're crazy. You're just sadistic. Like, you want the jitters and the brain freeze, and you see, like, tweaking out
I
over
just
there.
needed to hit me as fast as possible.
Oh, man.
But I started drinking hot tea again lately. Like, when I'm not... Like, when I'm at home. And, it's been nice because I forgot that, like... I have a lot of sinus issues because I work a very dusty job. And this side of my nose is a little fucked up because I got sucker punched when I was 18. And then I got surgery to get the bone put back into place. And before the surgery healed, I was playing soccer off 2 Four Locos and decided it was a good idea for me to head the ball. And I hit this side of my nose directly on the ball and felt the bone push back in. And I was like, well, that's a problem. And I just never dealt with it again.
Wow.
And I've just had sinus issues since
Well, that
then.
sounds like... I feel like I could break your nose, right? And, like, maybe fix it.
Well, that's
This
what
is
I was
one of
thinking.
those. This is one of these, like, we're going to find out, and you'll find out in the next podcast.
I was thinking that maybe one day I'll just, like, get a little drunk, let someone break my nose, and then just go straight to the hospital after that. And be like, hey, just put this back in place.
Yeah, can you fix this?
You know what's weird is when my
They're
nose...
going to break it anyway.
When my nose broke, the first time when I got punched, it didn't bleed. My nose has only ever bled once in my life, maybe twice. And I've been hitting the nose with a lot of things. My nose has never bled from that.
I got hit in the nose with a baseball once, and I remember bleeding a decent amount from that, but no.
I've had the outside of my nose bleed. Wow, it's a little scar right there. I don't know if you can see it. You can only see it in a
I actually
certain light.
can see it, yeah.
Yeah. So Christmas Eve 2020, my cousin had adopted a dog that now, when it's around me and other people, has to wear a muzzle because it's not super nice.
I see why.
He jumped up into my face with his mouth open, and he didn't fully bite me, but he had his mouth open and just sliced the outside of my nose before we took our family Christmas pictures, which is we always take pictures on Christmas Eve because I do it with my dad's side of the family, and usually it's like a whole big group of people. Because that was like mid-pandemic, it was just like me and my 5 cousins, like my aunt, uncle, my
You got a
grandparents.
bloody face.
And so, like, in those pictures, I just have this red line. Because, like, we tried to get the bleeding to stop, but, like, it was such a weird spot. And there's a lot of blood vessels in your nose and shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we just, like, slowed it down as much as I could. And, like, just let some tissue, like, stay on there after I pulled it off. And I just put some Neosporin on it. And that pretty much stopped it. But, yeah, I had a nice little cut on my nose for the fucking family Christmas pictures we took that year.
Jeez. Jesus.
It helped that I was drunk. So it didn't hurt that bad. But yeah, he got me good. Thanks, Mac.
Thanks.
But that's most of what I got to say.
Yeah, man.
I have more things to talk about if we want to keep talking for longer and stretch us into 2.
I don't know. Kind of want to take a break at the very least.
Yeah, we could take a break. Dab o'clock.
Yeah, dab o'clock.
Stab o'clock. All right. We might film another one tonight. We might not. I don't know. I'm tired and hungry. So, but
do some music stuff too. So
yeah, we should work on some of the things I made.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe
right.
not without the bourbon, but
Yeah, you can drink bourbon.
maybe have a little bit.
Yeah, have some bourbon. Get drunk
Just
for
you.
me.
I'm not gonna get drunk, but a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Peace
out, fam.